Hello, everyone. I am the sole owner of Anita's Mind Body Soul Balancing. So, what does that entail? Well, I do biomagnetism therapy, which definitely helps on the physical level of the body. But mind, body, and soul encompasses all of that as well. And it all needs to be in balance in order to have a happy, fulfilled life. So, today I want to talk about being your authentic self. Most of us are our authentic selves when we are home with our family in our own environment. That is usually who we truly are. But then when we get out in public or even out with our friends, we tend to put on another face, because we feel that our authentic self is not acceptable. I was one of those people for 51 years. I had a spiritual awakening 4 years ago and then realized that that was the reason I felt like I didn't belong, that, that I just wasn't good enough, that, my authentic self was not good enough, that it wasn't acceptable. So I was literally thinking that the creator got it wrong. Like that could possibly happen, right? So what I discovered 4 years ago is if you are too much for people, if you are too expressive, if you are too loud, if you are too excited, if they don't enjoy that person and that's who you truly are, then they're not your people. I had to learn this the hard way. I spent most of my life just being very quiet, not making any waves. Whenever someone had an opinion that was different than mine, I would not express mine. I would just, pretend that I agreed with them because I never wanted to upset anyone. But what I've discovered on this journey is that speaking your truth and being who you truly are all the time brings you the most joy that you could possibly ever imagine. Since I started speaking my truth and being myself, like truly being myself. And when I first woke up, I wasn't, because my spiritual awakening changed me and my interests were different. The circle of friends that I had prior to that kind of fell away. Not that there's anything wrong with them or me. It's just, energetically we were in a different place. So then I seeked out, my newer group, a group that I thought would accept me for my spiritual ascension. But what I learned was that, again, nothing against them, but the way I was thinking about it was that I needed this external group of people to validate who I was and to validate the way I felt. And, when I got in that group, instead of, contributing what I knew to be true, as far as I knew in my connection to the universe, I started questioning that because they were in different places or they knew things that I didn't. And so then I was thinking, they have to teach me. So I started looking outward instead of going inward. Because when you're on a spiritual journey, if you want to truly know who you are, you don't conform to who somebody else is or what another group is. What you do is you go inward and find out who you truly are. And that is your authentic self. And you should not ever be something else for someone else to please them. If they do not like who you are, then they're not for you. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. But it does mean that you need to take a step back because we are the sum of the 5 people we spend most of our time with. So if you don't like who you are, take a look around your surroundings and see who you're spending time with. If they're too negative, or if they're very damaged and they're not doing their inner work, if you spend all your time with them, it's going to affect your energy. So seek out people that are either on a higher level than you or at least on the same level, because we're all on our journeys and we're all in different places. It doesn't make anyone bad or good, but sadly, if they're not on the same, like, I've been working very hard the past 4 years to raise my vibration, and this last year has been phenomenal for me, and the joy that I feel inside is just mind-blowing. I truly do love myself just the way I am. I don't put on airs for anyone anymore. I do not come on social media all done up in makeup because that's not who I am. I never wear makeup. I don't even own any. I wear glasses. I can't even see. If I tried to put mascara on, I'd probably poke my eyes out. So, I don't need it. I don't care. I'm 55 years old. Yes, I have wrinkles. Yeah, my skin is a little dry. I'm looking older. But I'm not 25 anymore, and I'm not going to try and pretend that I am. I'm very happy in my own skin. And anyone who's in my circle that doesn't like that or like the way how I express myself, then I'm no longer making myself small for them. I'm going to shine my light as bright as possible and affect all those around me, because anyone who chooses to stay in my circle has to rise to meet me on my level, or my energy is going to aggravate them so much that they're not going to be able to be around me. And that's okay. They'll ascend when they're ready to ascend. So this message today is, please go inward. Find out who you truly are, because that is where your joy truly comes from. There is nothing external that will bring you the joy you're seeking. If you think, what if I get that next new car, the new house, or the new job, then I'm going to be happy. Then I'll be truly happy. It's not true. It's not true. It wouldn't matter if you were rich. If you are not happy in here, inside, if your internal world is chaos, then you'll never be happy, no matter how many material things you have. So that's my message for today. Hope it resonates.